Hello everyone, and welcome back to Alan Wake 2. This is episode 5. Last time we did the Casey chapter, and Alan Wake going through a dark dream nightmare of New York City, and then walking through this subway station, like rewriting the script, rewriting the scenes, and changing the scenery the whole time, and going through this whole area on the trail of Casey and on the trail of the murder cult. It's just fascinating stuff and just a really incredible mission. And we ended off the last chapter running away from the dark presence, always hunting Alan. And we saw that brief moment where Alan and Saga had like that face-to-face, but we got Alan's perspective of that instead. And now we continue and see where the story takes us. Exactly where we left off. So we find ourselves where we went to grab the heart, and we've got the body of Nightingale in this just horrifyingly huge chamber. And we are still playing as Alan. I was actually thinking it might have jumped back over to Saga. God, look at that goddamn crevice in his heart.
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
The writer of the first word, not the writer of the last, with the terror of the light and the shadows cast, the third eye now open to project the night. This is the moment to write. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone. Okay. So the third eye now open to project the night. This is the moment to write. And we've got Alan at the start of the game with his little third eye thing open. He's writing his way out of here. There's a ritual to lead you on, and then your friends will meet him when you are gone. So I don't know if Saga and Casey are necessarily Nightingale's friends. Casey knew Nightingale, but I would say friends in a loose term of your FBI friends maybe will find him when he's gone. And now Alan Wake has been found. At least that's how I'm interpreting that. We have another echo.
Hanging in the air. Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it. Hanging in the air. A meaning. The violent emotion of the act, like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something had soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget, marking you. Taking you for a ride. Making you crazier.
He's doing the face. Okay. God, are we just gonna walk out into New York City again? Look at that transition. Now we're just back in one of these setups. Back in the subway station. Parliament Tower Plaza. Because Parliament Tower has appeared for us.
The station had changed. I was closer now.
Which is where Alan and Alice used to live. Oh, okay, so we're here. We've returned back to the start of the subway station, but it is now different. That's really cool. Look at that. So I expect that let's have a look at our plot board. We've got this. We're no longer at Caldera Station, so it doesn't count. Okay, and obviously you can now see all of the echoes and the Casey billboards as well. Now, if we look in echoes in Draft 1, we're at 8 out of 10, actually. So this is... I think we're still in Initiation Draft 1, I would say. So we might still find these other echoes. But we're not able to change this scene because it is not Caldera Station. Alright, so we've got The Dark Place. Opening soon, a photography and videography exhibition by Alice Wake. Interesting. Okay. We got an Alice Wake exhibition. We cannot go this way, so we are leaving. Interestingly enough, it's the same in that all of the lockers that we hear have been looted, but it's a different location. And we can... Don't sleep street and again avenue. Don't sleep again. Time to wake up. Alright, so we're currently sitting on like 3 light charges. I like that you can carry multiple. There it is.
Parliament Tower. Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing?
Wow.
And then the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
So it's still the same location that we were at before, except Parliament Tower has now appeared here. Amazing. Okay. So I'd assume that we might be able to go back to old mate Tim. But we did a pretty good look over this place before. Looks like we got a little safe room that's opened up here for us now as well. That's nice. We're okay on the shoebox at the moment. There's definitely the part of me that's super curious to see if there are any changes in the environment around the place. But I think... Oh, like the phone ringing.
The payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Hey, Alan. Thank God he picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did.
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will come...
Wait, hello?
Now, I thought that we'd, like, pretty decently dealt with Scratch in American Nightmare, because we sort of realized how to defeat him, and, like, Alice's film reel was, like, the thing to, like, you know, stop him dead in his tracks. But an element of Scratch probably remains. I'm excited to go into Parliament Tower to see if, like, we're going to go back into Alan's apartment again. Do we have a goddamn statue of ourselves? In loving memory.
How long have I been trying to escape? long enough for Alice to think I'm dead.
Well, hey, at least Mr. Scratch hasn't taken over your identity, huh? Because that was the plan.
He was a victim. Writer. Maybe he was a victim. The writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
Has Alan brought his wife into this mess too? This reminds me of Control. Through the ever-winding hallways. Oh. Okay. Haunting. Initiation 3.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Damn, okay. It's a good looking photo of you then, Alan. So we've got Saga's story, which is Return, and Alan's story, which is Initiation. So we're spending a decent amount of time with Alan. I think you are able to actually switch between Alan and Saga. I'm just not sure how you do that. So we're just kind of running with it at the moment. And just really enjoying Alan's little Dark Place adventure. But if there's a choice for us to switch over to Saga, maybe in the next chapter, I think we'll look into doing that. Otherwise, I think we might just end up playing all the way through Alan. I mean, it might work that way, to be honest, because this whole story might end up being Alan's way out of the Dark Place, and then the story picks up with Saga, because the way that Mr. Dorr was talking about it, it was like Initiation is the first book and Return is the second. So it makes you feel like you started with Saga for like this cool little, you know, way to set up the narrative, and then you kind of take the story back a bit to Alan on the other side. I like that.
Get out! Leave me alone!
Jesus.
Alice! Alice!
Ooh, okay.
Alice.
Pick photos for exhibition posters.
This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her?
Damn, dude. Has Scratch entered the apartment? Is this Scratch in the room with us right now? Oh.
This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before.
The spiral. Very similar to when you're in that little like hotel in Control. All of the doors with the symbols. Honestly, I think I'm gonna have to replay Control after this too. I'm just gonna have to go back and do it all again. Just loop myself through.
Alice's video camera. No
Locate
memory
the
card
memory
inside.
card. Okay. Locate the memory card. Video art dock on screens. Multiple at focal point of the dark place. Huh. Part 1. There's the memory card.
Alice's memory card.
64 gigabyte, baby. I do not remember the layout of Alan's apartment from the first game. So it's like rediscovering it all over again.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. Easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
That lamp, though.
Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
And then the photos went off for Alan as well. The Art of Alice Wake. Dude. Okay. Amazing transition.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
Oh, no. The third eye is a bullet shot to the head, okay? Return by Scratch. What? Holy shit, okay, that was short and sweet. Haunting was short and sweet. Every time an Alan Wake chapter ends, it's just... And some say that it loops forever. So he goes to Parliament Tower. He goes through Parliament Tower and then he enters this exhibition. And then Scratch was like waiting for him in the writer's room, and also Alan was dead, shot right in the middle of the head in his old outfit. So it's the same song once again. Okay, I think we're back as Saga. So we've actually been automatically switched back to Saga now. Cool, okay. And now we're back here. Okay.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the Dark Place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake. Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
Well, shit.
It's insane. And there's so much of it.
So, Alan Wake wrote a novel, Mr. Scratch, self-appointed editor, and he's turned it into a horror story. Oh, because, yeah, it's Cult of the Tree here, but, like, for him, it's Cult of the Word.
Have you ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
Ooh, time to profile Alan Wake. Yeah, because the Cult of the Tree, initially you're like, okay, worshipping Alan, but it's like, kind of worshipping Scratch. Ew, okay, so this is what Alan was looking at in this puddle, and then he was like, I remember. Okay, so we've got the shoebox here for Saga as well. And naturally, these are not shared between Alan and Saga, so we each have our own inventories, which makes sense. What is this? A rocket flare. Single shot flare inflicts heavy damage in a large area and impact. I'll chuck some flares away. And so we've got a lantern charm, which adds a charge to Saga's flashlight. I'm wondering if that is like... I don't know the deal with that. Is that like a one-time use? Because coffee mug is like save you from death, but it shatters in the process. Which is intriguing. But how does this work? Just adding a charge to the flashlight. We've currently got max health increase, attack stagger enemies more often, and hand flares duration? Okay, let's do a bit of a spot of profiling, if you will. I wonder if we can leave at this time. So, back in Bright Falls.
Wake has more information.
Can't leave at
I need
this
to
time.
keep questioning him.
Okay. Time to do a spot of profiling. Okay, the radio and the TV segments are not shared. The music is shared. We have Pat Main Radio Show and the Adventure Tours. So that's cool that we have like different things in our mind palaces that are more like relevant to the character. Wake.
Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker.
Keeping some pages to himself.
Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them.
Waiting for the FBC to rock up too, because of like all the alarms going off that it's an Altered World event.
Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
Okay. Return 3. Local girl.
Standing inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. Her mind reeled from what the horror story was now claiming about her, her life, her past. She didn't accept it. She stepped out of the trailer. She needed air, but she wasn't alone. A cultist stared at her from behind a deer mask. She drew her weapon, shouted, ran after him.
Okay. Alright, I guess the new case would be... We've got the story.
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
Okay. Can't say I understand all this, but if Wake is telling the truth, then this magic light switch is the most tangible lead. Let's start there. I was already looking into the cult. 2 birds, 1 stone.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this.
Okay. And then the Cult of the Tree. Okay, could be who's involved. Nope. Followers of Scratch. Cult goal? Why work for Scratch? What does the cult get out of it? Cult working for or with someone? The story.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
So I think Initiation was written by Wake, and then Return was also written by Wake, but then Scratch edited Return specifically. Okay. Wake wrote a book in the Dark Place called Return. Scratch edited it into a horror story. The story's events are slowly coming true. The story changes our reality bit by bit. The process is gradual. That means the effect isn't immediate. There's still time to fix this. Fiction coming into contact with the Dark Place has the power to change reality. So whatever you write in the Dark Place becomes reality? It can't be that simple. Must get the clicker before Scratch. With it, the story can be changed and Scratch will be sent back to the Dark Place. Every time I think that it's for the Dark Place, it's not. Oh. All the way over here. A magic light switch. Where do I even start with that? If we don't stop it, Scratch will use the story to permanently change reality at the start of Deerfest. It's literally just the last one. I'm so bad at placing these. That only gives us 2 days to stop this. There is an entity inside the Dark Place called the Dark Presence. According to Wake, the Dark Presence can sometimes take his appearance. How? Why? Scratch and the Dark Presence are interchangeable. When the Dark Presence looks like Wake, it goes by the name Scratch. An evil twin is a bit convenient. I'll keep an eye on it. Flashlight seems to weaken Taken. It would make sense that the light is effective against the Dark Presence too. Well-lit areas are safe from the Dark Presence and the Taken. In the form of Scratch, the Dark Presence is editing Wake's story, wants to turn the world into a fucking nightmare. Okay, well I obviously can't let that happen. Wake was trapped in the Dark Place for 13 years. Wake was in another world that entire time? The page describes the overlap being related to the Dark Place where Wake was. Look at these scratch marks everywhere. Interesting. The poem was about a local legend, a witch's lost heart, about terror. Now we have one for later. There's a good start, though.
It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
Oh, okay, hang on. There you go. From now on, you can switch between Alan and Saga's stories via the bucket in the janitor's break room. Feel free to play in whatever order you choose. So we now have the choice to play... switch reality. Okay. So we were actually... Artie and the janitors. Oh my god, okay. So we were forced to play through those segments with Alan first, and now we can switch between them. We'll definitely continue Saga's now.
You wrote these pages in the Dark Place. So why are we finding them here?
I think I wrote them up. I remember writing an endless amount of pages, but when this happened before, the pages were being sent from the Dark Place to help me. Maybe the same thing is happening here.
That's all for now, Mr. Wake. Thank you for your cooperation.
Okay, Code of the Tree. He remembers writing many pages while in the dark place. If Wake is the origin of the pages, then no cult connection unless the cult is working with Scratch. Alrighty. So we're heading to Watery alone.
I'm the only one who understands the forces behind this. I can help you.
No, that's not how this works. You're a civilian, and we don't do ride-alongs. And if Scratch is after you, then so is the cult. We don't know who we can trust here.
Damn it, you are making a mistake.
I'll be sure to add that to the list.
Just drinking his endless cup of coffee.
Hi, welcome.
Okay. Past favorite Deerfest floats. Go.
The yarn puppet monstrosity.
The stuffed moose and squirrels one.
No, thank you. Those beady dead marble eyes still give me nightmares.
So, Alan Wake NPCs are like...
Who's in for a bet this year? $100 says there'll be at least one fender bender between the floats.
For that amount of money, you'll cause it yourself.
Yeah, I'm not taking that wager. Too many opportunities for interference.
So the Alan Wake 2 NPCs are kind of like uncanny valley. Like, there's something unsettling to them that seems very intentionally put. None of them are looking at each other, right? And then it's like last time we were in Bright Falls, we walked into that room, there's just that dude sitting there in darkness being like, hello! Like, everyone here is just intentionally strange. This dude's just going to endlessly clean this bar looking like that. And then you had, like, the guy that was dancing on his own before, and I think that, like, it's very well done. Meanwhile, the NPCs in Starfield just look that way because they look that way. They're just fucking horrifying to look at because they just don't have any detail to them. My god. Meanwhile, every single NPC that walks around this area, I'm just, like, freaked out by.
And welcome to Coffee World, voted Washington's best coffee-themed amusement park.
Oh, it's the Coffee World thing.
Friendly and available to children of all ages, just like our coffee. So, take a sip of our Oh Dear Diner organic coffee and let the adventure begin. Hold on for dear life on the Espresso Express. Oh! Soak in some local history at the Huotari Well, where two serial killers once hid the disemboweled bodies of their murder victims. It's not haunted. No. Come join Mocha Moose and the goats at our amusement park petting zoo. Just don't share your coffee with the goats. Seriously, stop feeding our goats coffee. Seriously. Not amusing. Take in amazing views from the Slow Roaster Ferris wheel. I can almost see the Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park. This is so much fun. And finish off at our beautiful gift shop where seniors and children under 10 receive a 9% discount on keychains and propane tanks. Welcome to Coffee World. We guarantee you'll jaw a great time.
Where the fun is percolating.
This is the third time I've requested something be done about the TV in my room. It keeps going on by itself. It's keeping me awake all night.
Yes, sir, I'm terribly sorry for that. We've called a professional electrician. In the meantime, have you tried unplugging the TV for the night?
Oh, there's an idea, Einstein. Why don't I just get rid of everything I'm paying for in that room while I'm at it? Sleep on the floor. Go to the toilet in the corner. Hey, I'm not unplugging it. You're fixing it.
Of course, sir.
This is the dude that was in the jail cell. saying, I ain't done nothing wrong. Get me out of here. This was Jail Cell Man.
Anything else I can help you with, sir? Would you like a complimentary dinner tonight?
Well, that almost makes up for the ineptitude of this place.
I'm glad to hear it.
Jesus. Alright. What a pleasant fellow. Let's check out our rooms. See if there's anything new.
And we've got a very special guest today on the program. It's artisan cuckoo clock designer Terry Feldman. Terry, how are we today? Hey there, Pat. Doing just fine. I'm a super big fan of the show. What a treat to be on with you today. The pleasure's all mine, Terry. Now, I hear you're doing something special for Deerfest. Tell us about that. I'm crafting a selection of custom basewood kukin clocks, but the real special sauce is when it's kukin time and you're expecting a bird to pop out for a chirp. Out comes a big old deer. Well, that's just neat. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Real neat. That's gonna have the tourists tickled pink. And I hear you're selling these at the Sunday market. So make sure to say hello to Wendy Davis from our sponsor, Davis Family Beef Jerky, while you're there, all right? Terry, you still there? Yeah, still here. I'm just... Geez, Pat, I'm sorry to tell you this. I thought you heard. Wendy's dead. Oh, boy. That's a strange joke you're playing there, Terry. No, it's... I'm sorry, Pat. You know that FBI business. Wendy was one of those bodies they found. Well, that's just not possible, Terry. Wendy stopped by this morning with 3 flavors of beef jerky. She brought me the smoked hickory and the teriyaki and what was the other one? I'm real sorry, Pat. What was that other one? She was just talking about this just hours ago. Smoked hickory, teriyaki, hickory teriyaki. Thanks, Tapio. It's just a bit of a strange joke, Terry. Yakovleva won't put you up to this. Pat, well, somebody's having a laugh over this little prank, I'm sure. Terry, thank you so much for your time. Can't wait to see those Deerfest cuckoos at the market. Wendy will be there with her beef jerky as always, and we'll be back after this.
That was the second radio mention when they were trying to talk about, hey man, Wendy's dead. Creepy. Does this update at all? I think this is the same. Yeah, his thing's still the same. He's just got all of his coffee stuff. Yeah, it doesn't look like this room changes. Ooh, we got a manuscript page in here. Ed returns to Cauldron Lake.
Ed hadn't been the same since his latest show had closed. This wasn't the first time one of his productions had shuttered early. Scathing social commentary in a one-act play wasn't exactly filling seats. When Tammy told him she was taking a research trip to Bright Falls, he decided to tag along. Ed told her he wanted to find inspiration. Really, he just wanted a break from the city. But it was true that he certainly needed to find something. A voice, a direction, an idea, something authentic to himself. Ed knew he couldn't keep using Tammy's money to fund his playwriting. After the argument with Tammy, Ed stormed out of the diner and drove their rental car back to Cauldron Lake to prove a point. Now standing in the dark woods, the sun hidden by the trees, Ed wished he could remember what that point was. Something about masculinity. He cursed at himself and turned to go. Suddenly, he was blinded by a light in his face. Voices shouted and hands pushed him to the ground. Ed struggled in vain.
Okay. And another page too. We're eating good. Tammy rides the ferry.
Tammy tapped her pen on her notebook. Alan Wake had ridden this same ferry into town when he arrived. This was his entry into Bright Falls. His first steps across the threshold. She wrote that down. She always found it helpful to walk in the victim's shoes, do what they did, see what they saw. It added great color to the book. Tammy felt raindrops on her face. God, again? She pulled up her hood. The rain just kept coming. She missed New York. So far, this hadn't been the simple research trip she pictured. First the incident at the lake, then the fight with Ed. It's not surprising tempers got hot. They were both on edge after what had happened. Tammy had said some things she regretted. She looked out over the harbor. A chill passed through her. She hoped Ed wouldn't do anything stupid.
And Tammy is the professor in Alan Wake's little Echoes that was talking with Casey. Okay. Tammy didn't want me to come, I can tell. Not like the trip is even helping. I thought getting out of the city would inspire me, but Bright Falls is just a bunch of trees and empty storefronts. I need to find something. I'm tired of writing one-act plays about how shitty the world is. I thought scathing social commentary would make me feel like a real artist, but I don't know, it's not me. I want to write something weird, something really out there, something authentic, but what? Fuck this town. I don't even want to get into what happened last night. It's weird though, sitting here in the hotel room, some pieces are starting to fall together. An idea for a new play. A space cult burning down the galaxy in some misguided search for TBD. A lone man, an artist, wandering the stars until his destiny puts him straight in the cult's path. All-black cast? A musical? A rock opera? Oh man, another writer with writer's block and struggles comes to Bright Falls. I wonder how that's going to go. Don't put a typewriter in front of him.
It's not opening.
I love the fact that this is so dark that I have to like walk around literally with a flashlight in the hotel. And it's daytime outside. It's just so dark in this hallway. Alright, actually, is there any of these that we can check out?
I can't get through this.
Alright. Let's have a look at the map. Got a restroom. Now there's a point of interest here still. And the car. The point of interest is like, maybe it's the map of Bright Falls, but we already have the map of Bright Falls, so the point of interest is just there for an eternity now. Because it's not that, because we've read that. And it's nothing here. We don't have bolt cutters yet, so we still can't go all the way down there, because that's locked. We'll go to the diner and we'll go to the sheriff's station. We'll see what's new there before we drive off, because I feel like there's always going to be something for us.
Enjoy your day.
Yep. We've also got only one lunchbox here at the moment, so there might be some more to look out for around the place. But also, there is also all of this that we've not yet been given entry to, so I expect that will be where a lot of stuff is to be found.
Yako, we're going to a cool guy's house to drink some brewskis. Are you coming? No, Ilmo. I'm very busy wearing a turtleneck and drinking wine like an asshole. Oh dear, I know what Yako needs. Armor beer to the rescue.
Armor beer cans do not fly.
With armor beer. Wow, this is the best party ever. Thanks, armor beer. Armor beer is a traditional Finnish lager, and we drink it the Finnish way. At the bar while actively avoiding small talk with strangers. getting blackout drunk on a boat during midsummer, and trying not to drown. In the sauna, using your beer can to hide your pippeli from wandering eyes.
Pippeli.
Partaking in the Finnish tradition of kalsarikännit, drinking at home alone in your underwear with no intentions of going out.
It's not sad if it's intentional.
Ahma beer, your Finnish drinking adventure starts here.
God, I love these. Amazing. Who are you?
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. I recommend a slice of pie with some coffee. You can't go wrong with that.
So, I'm thinking of pre-gaming at my place before Deerfest. Drinks, snacks, some charades maybe. Interested?
In everything but the charades.
What's wrong with charades? It's fun. And deer-themed.
Okay. Now this is locked and that's staff only, so I can't do anything about that.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, so a couple of new things in the diner, but not much. I'm wondering if we're able to check out any of these other places. Oh, we've got another mayor thing here.
Take it easy.
Setter is better.
Vote Setter. That's our second one. That man is kissing his burger. God, the eating sounds. I hate it. I'll assume that the game will try and turn us around if we walk too far into just nothingness, because where are we?
This can't be the right way.
Yeah.
Oh no, oh no, oh no! What will become of my birds now? Where will they go? Who will feed them? Fly away, find a happy...
The Founders Park was relocated here as our small town keeps growing. We are sure you'll find this placement for the park every bit as wonderful and relaxing as the previous one. Welcome to the new and improved Founders Park.
And what about old Margaret? Where will I go? Who will I look after when all my little friends are gone?
This guy again, who's just taking photos of himself everywhere and anywhere. Shh.
I know. What was she even doing out there? And at that time of night? She was what? Digging at what? I'm telling you, that woman's not all there.
Alright, let's go to the sheriff's office. This person is still here, doing the same thing.
Buy stuff for taco night. Hot sauce, extra hot. Show Pete who's who. Watch out for the Deerfest prep work.
How are you?
And that wraps up my list of favorite park benches in Bright Falls. And now, I just want to clear something up from our last broadcast. There was some talk, an off-color joke of sorts about Winnie Davis of Davis Family Beef Jerky being dead, which of course is a bunch of hogwash. So I'm gonna give our dear friend Wendy a call so we can put an end to these silly rumors. And, oh, it looks like we already have her on the phone line. Wendy, hello. Hi there, Pat. That's not Wendy. No. This is Jim Figmore. Remember? We were going to do the announcement today. Oh, is that okay? Listeners, we have Jim Figmore with us and the director of the Bright Falls Community Theater, and I'm here to announce that the theater will be losing one of its most dignified thespians as I, Jim Figmore, will be running for mayor. Hold for applause. Well, that's quite an announcement, Jim. Just let me find my notes here. I have some questions written down for you. The real question is what happened to this town. Bright Falls used to draw in thousands of tourists with its vibrant art scene and impressive bird feeders. And what's our reputation now? Haunted Bright Falls. Spooky Bright Falls. The world is laughing at us. And now all this business with the FBI? We need a mayor who can turn this town's reputation around. And nobody knows more about the role of mayor than I do. I played one in the theatrical production of Figaro. To glowing reviews by Coffee World magazine. Mayor Setter is a joke. And you know what? I hear he kills cats. There. I said it. Now, Jim, this is a family show. I found my notes here, so why don't we pivot to some questions? First question. What exactly goes into that delicious beef jerky? These are my questions for Lady Davis and Davis family beef jerky. The only jerk I care about is Mayor Setter. Our future's at stake. Pets are being murdered. And it's time for a change. Jim Figmore for mayor. That concludes our program today. Well, I actually have more Jim Figmore and Pat Maine signing off.
So we're going to call Wendy today and put these rumors to rest. And we do not hear from Wendy. I wonder why. Mayor Setter kills cats. Okay.
How many times do I have to tell you? She's gone missing.
Are you sure she's not just avoiding your calls?
Why would she do that? I'm a lovely person.
It's this guy again, just enjoying his fucking computer time. Do we have new emails? We do. Kill the Joe, make some mo. This is the third time this week I come in for late shift and there's no coffee in the machine. You take the last cup, you brew a new batch. Where was the last time that was said? Maybe not. I've definitely read that one before. Okay, I thought because it was yesterday it would say that it was new, but I guess not. Not a new email, sadly. We should check if they've cleaned up the morgue.
Mulligan and Thornton told everyone to stay out of the basement. And now, they're nowhere to be found. I bet they're just trying to get out of work.
Let's not assume the worst of our colleagues.
Yeah, God forbid.
Okay, Mulligan and Thornton have disappeared.
It won't open.
Okay. Stay out of the basement, and we can't actually go down there to check. And nobody's questioning the fact that Breaker is gone? Can't even get into that place.
Eye in the sky. I don't like it. It's staring at me.
Okay, well this confirms that the hotel guest was definitely this guy because he's not in here anymore. He's gone right back to the hotel. Okay. I want to know the backstory to that. Alright, well that's that done. We've had a decent look around our spots. There was another Maya Seta thing to look at. We got a couple of radio shows. Maya Seta won't roll over on the issues. Is this going to be a situation where they've got like they do one of those joke things where like the mayor of the town is a dog? The dog won't roll over, and I hear he kills cats. Is that the joke? Is Maya Seta a dog? I guess we can wait and see. So you can choose to actually go back to Cauldron Lake or Watery. I'm assuming we'll be taken back to the Cauldron Lake rental cabins at some point, so we will head to Watery.
Yeah, Anderson, I didn't want to say this in front of Wake, but are you sure this is a good idea? Going on your own?
Assuming we believe the page, I need to check this out. We need to find the cult. Anyone we meet here could be a member. And this Scratch guy.
The evil doppelganger? It must be true, or else this guy can't write for shit.
The quality of his writing aside, if this page turns out to be true like the rest have, this could be a breakthrough. We might solve this thing before backup even arrives.
Yeah, but they're taking their time, so just be careful out there. Meanwhile, I think me and Wake will have a chat. Maybe I can shake something loose.
Okay. But remember what happened with the Salt Shaker?
Yeah, real funny.
The prank. Alright.
The page placed me in a trailer, somewhere in Watery. I should ask around.
Local girl. I like how we've got Saga's in the actual logo color font, and then Alan's chapter titles are in red. There's the lighthouse.
A vote for Mayor Setter is a vote for everyone. For Watery!
Mayor Seta will stand up for justice.
He won't roll over. He will stand up. We're getting dog tricks. That's how I feel. That is a little fucking low to the ground for kids, isn't it? Maybe babies. That's so funny. The Laughing Naki Fresh Seafood.
Hey, where's the time gone? There's just a wretched husk of what used to be me left.
Okay. Maybe you should talk to someone about that professionally.
Watery's definitely quaint.
Forklift certified, though.
Hello.
Okay, it's just like literally the dude from the hotel. Fresh fish.
I bet they have good fish here.
Siamese catch of the day. Well, maybe not. It's locked. I'm not selling any fish today.
Oh, you rascal. What have you been up to this time around? There's only so many times I can keep fixing the same hole.
Yep, you keep bashing the side of the boat with a hammer, mate. That's sure to fix it. I'd be very confident to go out on a boat that's just had a bunch of holes fixed by beating it with a hammer. Yeah, a lot of the same faces on NPCs that we see.
Hello. How are you?
Hello.
The flooding is even worse here.
You don't look suspicious.
More like underwatery.
Huh?
I'll have to tell Casey that one later. Hello. Do you have a second?
Ah, long time and no see, Miss Anderson. Thor and Odin are not here. They are old tricksters always sneaking off.
Sorry. No, I wanted to ask you about something else.
Wow. So, again, this is the thing where it's like, this person knows me. Like how Rose knows me. And it's like, Saga's like, I ain't been here before.
Do you live around here?
I live in Bright Falls. You've seen me around. I am Mr. Blum. You call me Vladimir. I work at a nursing home. I take care of your old people. We are on day trip, music, sauna, the good times. I bring them here in the bus.
The elderly are very important. And it's a very nice bus. Thanks. Can you point me to any trailers around here?
Sure. Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park. Ilmo Koskela owns it. Owns many things in town.
And where is Ilmo?
I saw Ilmo and his brother at the bridge. Well, what used to be the bridge.
Okay, we're gonna meet the brothers. And also Thor and Odin are apparently here somewhere. Ah, Artie.
Okay then. Catchy tune.
Artie is doing music. What a voice, huh?
Excuse me. Do you knock on where? Hush! Artie's in the middle of the show. I wonder if I'm the first FBI agent to ever get shushed.
It's Rose. I was gonna say it looks like Rose, but then it actually is Rose. Wait, she works at the Valhalla thing? Old Scratch, Satan, our savior. Oh, dude, the lyrics, though. When the lyrics are on point. I was only able to talk to, like, one of them? Okay. I love that there's, like, full instruments being played. It must be on, like, a backing track. In his dark room, he writes, a dark doppelganger in the art and life of Thomas Zane, the author. Guest lecture by the president of the Bright Falls Film Society, Thomas Emerson. Discussing Zane's early career in Finland, his artist commune in Bright Falls, his lost work, Tom the Poet, his mysterious disappearance in 1970, playing his own dark double in his films, The Poet, the Writer, the Diver, Thomas the Rhymer. 24th of November, 2023. How interesting. So we've also got Thomas Zane with his dark double, Thomas the Rhymer. Does that look like a beardless Alan Wake? A terrifyingly strange dive into the dark depths of an artist's mind. A film by Thomas Zane, Tom the Poet. A pinprick of light in an ocean of darkness. Thomas Zane as the diver, Barbara Jagger as the dark presence, Cynthia Weaver as the Lady of the Light, Emil Hartman as the assistant. Written and directed by Thomas Zane, based on a novel by Alan Wake. Huh? Like, oh my god. Time is a flat circle. Moosefest meets Suomi Hall, Raffles Karaoke and Skits, Glogi, Kovas Pusti, and Kalalan Piraka. Come one, come all. Is this Watery's own Nessie? An anonymous source sent this photograph to our editors claiming it was captured during the last full moon. A majestic beast hidden in the depths of the water, or an elaborate prank? A sea creature that defies the very laws of nature, a submarine relic from the Cold War era? A lonely wanderer searching for companionship and compassion, or a fearsome monster out for blood? These questions, among others, haunt our editorial team here at the Bright Falls Record after one of our avid readers sent in this mysterious photograph as evidence of an unidentified creature roaming Watery's waters and making a rare but opportune appearance. This titillating spotting might just be the event of the year. As we dive deeper into this mystery, we here at the Bright Falls Record invite all our readers to a naming competition. What should our local beast be called? Watery Wonder? Shelly the Sea Monster? Send in your suggestions now. More updates and revelations to follow as the story unfolds. Welcome to Coffee World. One-of-a-kind amusement park opens in Watery. I'm sure all of our readers know that Ilmo Koskela, who, with the help of his brother Yako, has been making our small town of Watery a bustling hub with his various business ventures. The latest of these, Coffee World, has its grand opening just around the corner. I had the chance to ask Ilmo a few questions about Coffee World. Ilmo, what is Coffee World about? I'm glad you asked. Coffee World is the world's greatest coffee-themed amusement park for all ages, and right here in our hometown of Watery. It's got all the rides, thrills, and excitement you could ask for, and of course lots of delicious fresh coffee, both hot and iced. Put that in. How did this unique business idea come about? Well, as you know, I'm all about ideas, an idealist you could say. But what's even more important to me than many successful businesses in our hometown, with my help, we can revitalize Watery, build its economy back up, bring the tourists back in, and enjoy ourselves in the process too. Coffee World is just as much for the townspeople as it is for the out-of-towners. Which attraction should the visitors be sure not to miss? Oh, that's like having to choose a favorite child. It's impossible. But the Slow Roaster is, of course, a wonderful ride full of mystery and magic. And the Espresso Express is sure to give you a thrill. Also, don't forget to drop by the Fresh Pot gift shop on your way out. You never know what treasures you might find. Coffee at least, I bet. Yes. Amazing. Okay, what is this? Just a bunch of names, but I'm not sure. Lumi Mert at the, or Lumi Murto at the end. We've got Kay Oksana, a volunteer gardener. I mean, as far as I'm aware, this could just be people who worked on the game at this point. Artie going off. He's got a bunch. He's just repeating this song on a loop. I'm glad we chose the person to speak to being Rose. That was really strange. We got a save room in here. Artie and the janitors. God, it's playing on the radio too. God. It's funny how, like, interactive all of the loose items in the world are accidentally. If you just, like, walk into them at all, just... But look at those physics. Look at those physics, baby. It do all be, like, falling out of boxes and stuff. Oh, there we go. Just knocking stuff off. I'm just trying to get a good look at the videos. Ah, another deer to pet.
Such a shame.
Oh, and here we can switch if we want. Alright, I guess we'll be back. We got our map of Watery. Okay. God, I can't wait to go through Coffee World. We got our point of interest, the janitor's bucket. There's a locked door. Need a screwdriver. Investigation. God, once we have a screwdriver, there's going to be so many things that we can actually interact with. So it looks like we're going up this way. We're not going through Coffee World today. God, there's so much to take in, though. So many different maps. Alright, investigate. Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park.
A trailer park. Ilmo Koskela. He's that tour guide we met at Cauldron Lake. I need to find him. Mom's family was from Sweden. I've always imagined it kind of like this. Saunas, lakes. Seems nice.
Wonder if Tor and Odin are here.
Enjoying the sauna?
You bet. The steam is amazing on my creaky old joints. I'm just waiting for Ati to wrap up his show so we can crack open some beers.
I've read that taking a sauna is good for preventing dementia.
Yeah, and so is beer.
Ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
The half-deer, half-man monsters? Oh, sure I've heard of them. They're the reason I can't risk taking walks in the forest anymore. If one of them shows up, how am I supposed to get away? I can't run with a bad hip. I'd be killed for sure. I could maybe use my crutches to defend myself. Do you think that'd work? You're the professional.
Probably smart just to stay in the sauna for now.
Beer?
Hey, Seva, a sauna doesn't fix what ails ya? You're a goner.
They also say silence is golden.
Fellas?
Have you heard old Pat's radio show lately? Yeah, I fear he's losing his grip on reality.
I don't care to listen to pointless jibber-jabber. Not on the radio and not in the sauna.
Okay, well, what's with all these places not having the lights on?
Whew. Hot.
We do be cooking in here.
Hey, Saga! Over here!
Oh yeah, Ilmo will recognize us from the FBC base thing. Hello there.
Hey, Ilmo. How did your walk in the woods with Steven go?
Another satisfied customer. I just hope he remembers to write a good review on the webpage. Great to see you back in Watery, Saga. Everyone in town missed you.
Super nice to see you again, Saga.
They act like they've known me for years. This keeps happening.
Yeah, everyone's like, so nice of you to be back here. I was like, so it's just like really strange that it's like Ilmo meets us at the FBC station, and then we talk to him again and he remembers that, but then everyone else is just like, welcome back.
Are you familiar with the Cult of the Tree?
Yeah, we always thought it was an urban legend. Kids drawing creepy symbols to scare each other, but, now it's gotten pretty damn real, huh?
It's terrible what happened. We're all in shock.
Well, we're looking into it. Hoping to get things back to normal soon.
We're all for that. As normal as it ever gets around here.
You own the trailer park, right? Mind if I take a look inside?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the owner of the Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park, me, can help you with that. It's good to have our funniest resident back.
Resident? I don't understand what you mean.
If this is your way of getting out of any outstanding bills, don't worry. They've been handled. Must be hard coming back to where you and your little girl lived.
It's like they remember a different reality. Is the horror story messing with their memories?
Yeah.
So what is Coffee World?
You mean you haven't seen our commercial for it? Coffee World is a smooth blend of rides, food, and fun. We even had a real moose. Until recently. Plus, right next to Coffee World is the workshop of our own Kalevala Knights Motorcycle Club. We're busy building the floats for Deerfest. Don't go peeking, though. You know, we're saving the big reveal for Deerfest.
So... your commercials?
They're more than commercials, Saga. Our goal is to both entertain and educate local viewers about the fine products and services we provide. And, Jaakko here really comes alive in front of the camera. Really. Fuck off. Just there for the free beer. Not sure what Ilmo's excuse is. Hey, I'm writer, producer, co-lead, director. Do yourself a favor and, check them all out.
That's the plan.
Figure this out with profiling.
Okay. Gotta profile the brothers, huh? Yeah, because another thing about the daughter. Okay. Let's see what they have to say about it. The Koskelas.
Ilmo thinks the cult is just an urban legend. Or does he?
There are things that go bump in the night. It's all true. It's all true. Sound the alarm, brother. Gather the troops. Brother, Jaakko, the shadow of the forest is creeping closer.
They don't think it's an urban legend at all. They understand it's dangerous. Ilmo made it sound like I lived here. Does he really believe that?
Light, laughter, and love will guide you home. Saga and her daughter. Oh boy. Happy faces raise property value. Family comes first, Ilma. We take care of her trailer while she's gone. She's one of us, Jaakko. Her spare key is safe and sound.
The Koskela brothers have happy memories of me living here. This must be the story affecting them. I'll play along for now. I need the key to that trailer.
The difficulties of having to, like, play along with a past that you haven't experienced that these people have, and you have to try and fit into that narrative, weaving yourself into a story that has been edited. It's so strange. The story. This is still for later. Fact versus fiction. So we have Anderson at number 2. Okay, this is going to be bizarre.
Wake says the story will change reality around us. If that's true, then I need to know what's real and what's fiction.
Which parts are false, which, if any, are real. According to Wake, the story is changing people's memories. That's why they think they know I'm me, but I'm not a character, I'm real. Need to track what's part of the story and what isn't. Owned the trailer park where I supposedly lived, calls me his funniest resident. Finally, someone appreciates my jokes, but seriously, what kind of life did I live here? I don't think Ilmo recognized or spoke to Saga in a way that he knew who she was that time. I'm not sure. Rose recognized me in the diner, says I moved away after Logan died. So there was that one. Logan is not dead, but what else did the story change about her life? Knowing might help me fight this thing. But then you've got, like, Logan falling over and bumping her head and potentially almost drowning. There's a trailer park nearby called Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park.
A trailer park is a good place to look for a trailer. Keep it simple, Saga.
Ilma was certain that I used to live here, that I owned a trailer here, that I am a member of the community. They really think I lived here. This is unnerving, but at least I can exploit it to get inside this trailer.
All joking aside, yes, I would like to see my trailer. Do you have a spare set of keys?
Good for you. Yeah, I have a spare set. They're just over at Coffee World. I'd get them for you, but Yaku and I have to head to Bright Falls. The spare keys are in the gift shop safe. I'll call ahead and have someone get them out for you. Oh, the road's flooded, but if you just follow this trail behind me, it'll lead you there.
This is gonna be fine.
The gift shop so they can give Saga a hand. Yep.
We have to take a hiking trail, huh?
Nothing? What am I paying them for? Guess they're busy. Well, after they finally pick up, we really need to get over to Bright Falls for that, thing. Yep.
For that thing.
Park. These are off-peak hours, Yaku. They're just slacking.
Okay. Well, we're not going to witness that anytime soon.
My marriage.
Flooding did this?
Okay, more flooding again. So we are pushed to head on to Coffee World, but through a hiking trail. Yeah, there you go. So we're going to go... We have to go all the way around. Can't wait for what's going to happen on this hiking trail. Alright, fellas. See you later. The Swarmy hiking trail.
There's Coffee World. Need to get across the river.
Off-peak hours, but the rides are active. I can't wait for the unsettling, spooky carnival thing. But also Coffee World. Casey would love to be here.
What was that?
The fuck?
Fuck!
Oh, Jesus. What the fuck? Bloody axe. I look away for a second. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my god. Shadow Man. Oh! Aye! Fucking flinging that shit at me. Oh my god. Oh, what the fuck? Why are they... Whoa! Why were they both multiple? They're like in between each other. Oh my god. Holy fuck.
More people turning into Taken. Is this the cult? Or the story? Or both?
My lord. I thought it was like one person, and then it was like two people superimposed on top of each other. Fucking hell. Just a couple of axe throwing brothers having a good time.
Another rhyme.
Ooh. okay. Got a nursery rhyme here. Deer doll and a moose doll. More FBC equipment. The gentle beast with a beautiful crown runs through the woods with a worried frown. From the hunter he flees between the mighty trees to make it out alive. So, gentle beast with a beautiful crown runs through the woods. So we've got the deer, and I assume being hunted by... Well, I don't know if we can actually use any of the older figurines or not, because I guess it's like potentially, if you don't pick them up again, you can leave them back in Cauldron Lake. So I wonder if they actually come into the story. Because if I'm looking at this picture, it's like there's a person there. Gentle beast with beautiful crown runs through the woods with a worried frown. From the hunter he flees between the mighty trees to make it alive. But you can only place one on each thing.
Think, Saga. Keep trying.
Yeah, just seeing if that would say anything. So, moose works.
Oh shit.
Okay, so only the moose one was needed. Oh god, or we look at this.
Okay then. A charm.
Hello, moose. That's fun. Weird that it shows crossbow bolts on the map and I can't do anything about it. We might have a cult stash around here. Oh, yep. It's up there though. Okay.
There's another cult stash.
Watery.
What had kept Watery afloat all these years? A century, if not more. The locals knew the answer. Grit. Or as they put it in the language of their Finnish forefathers, sisu. These days, sisu was needed more than ever. The town was fading. It never quite recovered from the lumber mill shutting its doors. Now the fishing was drying up as well. Most people had left to find jobs in other towns. Only the most tenacious stubbornly remained. Dug in. Parasites in the body of a terminal patient. Sisu. Some people tried to resuscitate the town. The Koskela brothers double-handedly warded off the impending darkness with their ventures. Coffee World brought tourists, money, and jobs. Coffee-themed fun for all ages. The Kalevala Knights Motorcycle Club built parade floats. The bikers repaired vehicles and volunteered locally. But it wouldn't be enough. Watery needed a miracle. The end of the road was in sight. It was coming fast.
Cool. Idea. Thank you, Alan. Very cool. What's our clue? Let's see. Is it it's probably on the manuscript page? Let's say the manuscript page itself probably has it. So we've got a century, if not more. We've got a century, if not more. That's a number in in the sense that it's 100, but like there's no clue on this one, so oh, that's because it's a memory one. Silly me. I was like, I just looked at that and assumed there would be a code. I forgot that there's memory ones, isn't there? It's so silly because that is not an efficient locking mechanism at all. I found another dead taken over by the radio tower. It looks like it was bashed to death. There was a lunchbox and some weird knitting by the corpse too. I took care of the body, but that's the third one this month. Everyone says keep your eyes peeled. We need to find this guy and let him know the code of the tree means business. I need to start using these canisters. I'll chuck them over there. We're going to throw something at someone. God damn it. Hunting shack. I love the screams that I'm hearing right now. Alright, let's get this generator going. Last of Us style. Oh, come on. That's right on it. My reaction time is solid, baby. Third time's the charm. Thank you.
Another one of those cult boxes.
And this one's the number padlock. Hey, if you take the crossbow out, put it back in the stash when you're done. P.S. I changed the code as asked. There is a crossbow. That's why there's crossbow bolts. I guess that once we actually have the crossbow bolts on the map will be available to be picked up. So I guess we'll get them on the way back. Let's look for a note that says, change the code to this. Probably. Saga in the Watery Woods.
Saga was beginning to see why Casey disliked the woods so much. They felt oppressive here. Too many places to hide. The distorted carnival music drifting from the amusement park ahead did not help. What the Koskalas had said about her living in Watery with Logan unsettled her. For the horror story to involve her was one thing, but involving her daughter was crossing a line. Something darted across the path ahead, too fast to see. Saga drew a weapon. Her eyes searched the woods. A noise overhead. Saga swiveled to look. A local. A man on the ridge above her. No, not a man. A monster with a hatchet in each hand. It shouted down at her. Hunting season was a bust!
Okay. There was actually two of them, Alan. Okay. Code has been changed. But what has the code been changed to? You reckon it's the clue is these numbers that have things in them? So we've got 2, 5, 7. Oh, actually, hang on. Oh, okay. So there's a crossbow bolt in there, 5. There's 2 in there, 2, and then there's 3 in there, 7. So 5, 2, 7. Nice. Crossbow's mine. If you aren't wearing the mask, this does not belong to you. We've got a few weapons now, huh? Alright, we've got the crossbow. Now it's just a matter of giving me the crossbow bolts. There we go. Okay, we can now pick them up. Gotcha. We got a maximum amount. How many can we hold? Okay. I guess because my inventory is full. Let's throw away... Let's have a look at our shoebox here. Let's put one of these away. We'll get rid of this charm as well. We'll move these trauma pads across. That way we can have weapons. This is a certified Resident Evil suitcase inventory management moment. Alright, we'll have our ammo up here. Our healing stuff here. Our throwables here. So we've got some space. Except I'm about to pick up some more arrows, aren't I? So we'll do that. Gotcha. Okay. I'm excited. Crossbow time. And we'll be able to go get some more crossbow bolts at that nursery rhyme then. That looks fun. I can't wait to go to Coffee World on this beautiful day. Alright, down we go. Now, I'm going to backtrack. Get me those bolts. Cool, so it's just the one. Oh, yes. We cannot get that. Oh, God. That's scary.
Waiting.
The way that we just, like, leave, and then there's, like, one just there.
Door. Late night.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Reloading. Oh, my God. How long does this take to reload? Holy shit. This takes so long to reload. Oh, my God. Jesus. Okay. That is a proper reload too. Are we able to get back the arrows that we missed, you reckon? It's like, where did we shoot it? In this direction somewhere? I don't know if you can get them back if you miss. Maybe you can only get back the ones that you actually, like, hit onto the enemy. Damn. We definitely did a panic fire on that first one. Yeah, it's not showing up on the map. Lesson learned. It takes 1,000,000 years to reload.
The town was fading.
Okay, you're fine. Oh, perfect dodge. Let's go. Right, you can get your bolt back even if it's not the killing blow. Jesus. The way that you can, like, the gore on the bodies depending on where you shoot. Oh my god. Yeah, we got a lunchbox. God, the carnival music. So cursed.
There's another lunchbox.
Hi, hero. I think a few pieces of paper from my private fanfiction project got mixed into some of these stashes, but I don't know which ones. I posted some online and they're getting pretty good reviews, but I appreciate if you didn't read them. It's a privacy thing. This is going to be good for us to have a look at this. Bow and bolts. Bolts lodged into enemies will attract bullets fired near them. 2 bolts before needing to be reloaded. Hold the fire button to draw the crossbow further and increase damage. Well, there's not even an increased reload speed, but would go for 2 shots, I reckon. Yeah, nice house to check out too, naturally. The ranger cabin, which is currently flooded. So another time. Huh. Can we get in? Have a ride? This will be interesting when the flood goes away. God, at least the save rooms are more frequent now than they were in the beginning of the game. It took forever to get your first save. Scratch on the hunt.
Scratch stalked through the forest, a terrifying dark presence in the night, more sensed than seen. Darkness boiled in his skull, like a storm cloud crammed into a bottle. The woods were alive with those he had taken. They were coming with him, directed by him, his army of darkness. His singular purpose was a sharp, pulsing black hole in his head, waves roaring out of it to whip his flock into a frenzy, filling them with his purpose. The clicker. He wanted it, to make his horrific ending to the story come true. The art was there. The clicker would push it across the final threshold, a detonator to send out a tidal wave that would spread to overtake reality. He was so close to claiming it. The Taken gibbered and shouted, straining against their invisible leashes, filled with bloodlust. Scratch let them go. They launched themselves into the night with violent glee. He ripped a signpost from the ground, swung it in his hands as if it was made of air. Ahead, the music started. It called him on. Let the final Deerfest commence.
The final Deerfest. It also says the darkness boiling in his skull. That's like what Artie was singing. And now that we have finally reached Coffee World, this is where we're going to bring this episode of Alan Wake 2 to a close. Now, ideally, I want to capture like one chapter per episode. That's what we've been able to accomplish. But with the weirdness of Alan Wake's haunting chapter being as short as it was, and then Saga's local girl chapter being as long as it was, I've had to split up my recording into 2 halves because I recorded for like 4 hours because there's just so much to uncover. So we're going to end this episode here and pick it up at the beginning of Coffee World and unravel some more mysteries next time. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you then.